Hey all, welcome back to Ollie Makes. So much like my school career, I was supposed to be doing one thing, and I ended up doing another. Today we're going to be making a little keepsake trinket box. Completely customized, did a little work on the laser, and got some mineral streaked wood here. And then also did a little felt on the inside. Stick around and I'll show you how I do it. Get some cedar going on in there because, well, I have it. And even though it's a second, I do believe that should work all right. Now, let's see if I can get the camera all moved over to the miter saw. Well, big surprise, changed my mind. Gonna get this edged out real quick here. Now it's time for some of that magic math in here. Let's see if I can't get this grain to wrap around. So looking at this, I'm actually semi-impressed with how good that worked. Never did miters for a box on my miter saw before, so the fact that I ain't got my junk tied up in a ceiling fan or something seems pretty decent. I did get this one a hair long. I'll have to trim that up. I'm going to go do that right now, I think. Should almost just taken that out on the sander. Alright, now let's see if I can find the pieces that go together in what order. It's not going to be a complete grain wrap because of doing it on the miter saw, but it will be close. And believe it or not, I have never done the blue tape method to assemble a box either. Honestly, I've made very, very few boxes. And the more I'm thinking about it, thinking maybe I might just run part of this on the laser. Give it a little decorating. Got my little decor on there, and I'm gonna tape it up, so you're gonna either have to hang out with me or skip to the end to see what I ended up putting on there. Just kind of something last minute quick on the fly. And I did have a strap clamp, and I do not know where in the world I put it. It was one of those garage cleaning events that obviously went horribly wrong, or normal, for me at least. So this I know I'm going to have to trim down quite a bit actually. Oh yeah. Actually, give you a better angle. So there we go. This kind of slides in there nice. Going to have to Yep, Fat Kid Shuffle don't even make it rattle, so that ain't half bad. So now I'll need to get this glued up. Now I'm going to do some sanding. And I did a horrible job keeping these edges protected, so I am going to have to do a little touch up. I think that blade is actually shot. It's the same blade I got with that saw when I picked it up last summer. And the guy was a cabinet builder, so I'm sure it's seen its fair amount of use. I just need to quit being lazy and cheap and buy a darn blade. So let's see here. I'm going to look around for something to use for a lid because I still don't know what I'm going to do with that. And I'll check back in when I kind of get myself figured out a little bit. Got things taken care of here a little bit. Got all my tape done up because, well, I'm not a fan of having to clean out glue. But who is? We're going to throw some glue on this. Get her together and clamped up. And I'm not going to bother using any super glue on this because the natives are getting restless and I'm going to have to help Mom out before she completely loses it. She's been stuck inside the house with these blessed children of ours all day. Get everyone to play nice here. All right. Get this last one. Some glue on her. Get back there. Anyone else talk to their projects? Actually, more interesting, does anyone else hear answers from their projects? And you can see I did wrap the pads of the clamps in tape because of all that crap that it left on that garden tomb. Not garden tub, garden tomb. Joe knows what I'm talking about. Okay, and that one's gonna need another clamp up there. We got a metric ton of straws. Why they keep going missing from the garage is beyond me. I think we got like an entire box of them at Costco or something for ridiculously cheap. This is one of the better tips that I picked up. I can't remember who I initially saw this from, but it sure has been helpful. Especially when you're as messy as I am. All right, I think let's take a look at the bottom here. Yeah, that looks good. So we're just gonna let this hang out until she's dry, and I'll be back, and hopefully by then I'll have figured out what in the world I'm gonna do for a top. I'm thinking, oh boy, I'm gonna have to go through the stockpile. I think got a piece of hickory, but that don't look right. Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to see what I can dig out from the pile, and we'll go from there. Found a piece that I think I'm gonna use for my top here. Another scratch and dent scrap that I got. And gonna go ahead and get one side jointed, kind of plane this down just a skosh. It's right at the limit of my joiner here. But we'll get this semi squared up and figure out how big we're gonna make the top. Alright, got that all taken care of. Now I think what I'm going to do is route around the outside so it actually insets into the box just a little bit. So we'll get some measurements here. Always thinking, always changing my darn mind. I don't think I got any hardware for hinges though. Okay, I think that should do. And we'll get her over to the bandsaw and trim her down. Alright, had to do a little adjusting here. But now, see if I can get a profile here. Bucket uncollapsing. So we got this I'll use for the top, and then just this little round over I'll use for the bottom. I'll knock that peak off. I can hardly see it really, but I'll knock this off so it'll be nice and rounded. So it'll be a nice top, and then just a little undercut to kind of grip the tip of your finger, and that rounded edge will kind of grab your finger a little bit. So I'll go ahead and get this sanded up quick. Got the lid all sanded down, and I kind of like, here we go, like the profile here. Again, this will be the bottom, so when you grab it, it'll have a little something for your fingers to wrap on. And I was going to router this out to make an inset for this, but then I figured since I already have the cedar bottom, why not just do the inset out of cedar, and I'll just glue it onto there. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go ahead and cut a piece of cedar out here, get it propped up in there, and then just shoot some glue on it, and probably use some CA glue. Put the lid down and take her off and let her dry. Okay, got it close to a workable piece here. Now I just gotta get my fence set here so we're square. Love to be able to just truss this thing, but nope. Okay. Hook up the dust collection and we'll get this taken down a little bit. We'll probably just nibble away at her until we got the fit that we're looking for. Okay, got her dialed in real close. We are just gonna sand a little bit for this to fit. I'll be real careful because I do not want this thing to drop in. Then I'm probably gonna round off the corners on the bottom side as well, just so it kind of guides itself in to a fit a little bit better. Okay, just a little bit of play I want in there for any wood swelling. Okay, I want to get something in there because I know I'm going to drop this. Then I am going to be unhappy. Now trying to find a piece of scrap that's actually the size I need. Yeah, I'll cut this one. There we go. It's more of a better fit. Well, now I will get this corner sanded down, round her a little bit, and we'll get ready to do some glue work on her. All right, now get everything kind of trued up here. See how good this works. Got some of that non-slip backing bull crap. It'll slip all over the place. Don't let it fool you. Looks like I got a visitor, so I'm gonna get this taped up. Maybe get a couple swipes on her. And then go see my company. Ooh. Ooh, that works nice. This thing had a slight wobble to it. I highly recommend getting a piece of countertop if you can. This works just beautifully. Level stuff out just amazing. Considering I'm super amateur at this. Oh, got a little bit yet. That's just works crazy good. Definitely do recommend a more stable table than what I have. I think this is some 80 grit that I'm using. Yeah, I'm a big fan of that already. Bingo. Look at that. That's beautiful. Hey, I think I saw this. I think Joe from DIY. I saw this on. That's a hell of a trick, Joe. Might owe you a coffee or something over that. All right. Well, I'm going to go see my company and I will be back. Well, it's not overly warm out, but warm enough. Don't so much need a hoodie. Let's see if we can do something with this here. Try to find a fairly center point. Get this insert done on the lid. See if we can magic tape it. So I should be able to put that insert in there. Huh. Beauty, Clark. Think we got a wiener. Let's hope that sticks. Otherwise, I'm going to have a heck of a mess on my hands. Close enough for government work. Maybe a tad bit noisy in here today. Got the fume extraction going, doing some material testing. And we're gonna knock off the squareness of these corners here quick. I want to try to get a quick finish on at least the bottom here. Let's soften these corners up a little. I think that'll work. They're taking the tape off here from the clamps. get the random orbital out here after I do this. Get all the sides, and we can actually do the big reveal on what I put on the face of this box. Get a good picture of that. Figure my daughter would appreciate that. And it should pop a little bit once I get a bit of a finish on it here. Got that all sanded down here. Rid of some of this crap. Lift this. Oh, get it out of that spray. Take the top off and let her dry. And I'm still waiting for that material test to be done for the laser. Nope, I lied. It's done. Okay, got that lid done. And I didn't bother filming it at all and just hit it with a little bit of shellac. It's a beautiful day out, 60 degrees, and they're calling for a damn blizzard tomorrow. But that's how the lid turned out. Kind of see maybe how it goes down in there, so it engraved pretty decent. And then something else I didn't film because I thought for sure I'd make a fool out of myself. This was a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. Is I did put some felt on the inside, not the bottom, because I did the cedar. If I would have been thinking, I would have just used regular anything else but cedar in the bottom, so I could have felted the whole box. Then, of course, I got the cedar here for the insert. And it's got a nice snug fit. I'll just kind of hold it there a little bit. But I think overall it turned out pretty well, and I'm pretty sure my daughter will be happy with it. Well, that's going to do it for this video, so thanks again for hanging out with me and dealing with my rambling and everything else, and we'll see you next time.